Hello, my name is Tim Black. March 2014, Victor White and Isaiah Lewis were on the way to the store to buy some cigars. They buy the cigars, but while they're in the store, some men outside the store start getting into a fight. So they're brawling in the street. Victor and Lewis, they leave the store on foot, going home. Then suddenly they're pulled over or pulled up to by a police officer. Now the police officer, for whatever reasons, decides to search Isaiah and Victor White. And they find a little bit of weed, a little bit of marijuana on Victor White. So they decide, he decides, I'm going to lock up Victor. So Lewis leaves. The officer searches Victor White, handcuffs him behind his back, and puts him in the new Iberia squad car. He transports Victor White to the station. And for whatever reason, according to the officer, Victor White didn't want to get out the car. You know, that big, huge, looming lawsuit of weed. Like a very little bit of weed. Like enough for a blunt amount of weed. A cigar's worth of weed. Not a kilo worth of weed. Not a pound worth of weed. For whatever reason, the officer says that Victor White got upset and managed somehow to shoot himself in the back with a gun. Even though he was patted down twice, somehow he had a gun. They say Victor White, maybe we didn't know it because he had on 2 pairs of pants. He was wearing 2 pairs of pants in March, and maybe that's why they didn't know he had a gun. So anyway, so the family's distraught. Everyone's wondering, how the heck did this man have a gun in the back of a squad car and then manage to shoot himself in the back, killing himself? He had so much to live for, a new girlfriend, not a hardened felon, not a guy who just got through killing someone and now he's going to go to jail for the rest of his life. No, a young man caught with a little bit of weed. Didn't make sense. Well, what came out later didn't make any sense either. In fact, it tripled down on not making sense. It makes no sense at all because what they found out is that Victor White was not shot in the back. Victor White died from a gunshot wound to the chest. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wow, Tim, is it even possible for a man with his hands behind his back to shoot himself in the chest? See, you and I, we're simple folks. We don't know all the inner workings of physics and what the human body's capable of doing. Because obviously, a person's capable somehow, while handcuffed, to retrieve a gun from a pocket, take that gun, maneuver themselves, and then commit suicide by shooting themselves in the chest. Not shooting the officer who's arresting them. Not shooting at the squad car. Not shooting himself in the buttocks, but shooting himself in the chest. Yeah, you and I, we just don't know this stuff. We don't know the art of maneuvering. This shooting has been labeled the Houdini shooting, because never before has a man done such. So guys, as strange as it may seem, last Friday, about 4:00 p.m., Louisiana DA decided, you know what? There's nothing to see here. We believe it. We believe a man could do that. And they decided they have no evidence to bring criminal charges against the officer or anyone else involved in this case. They believe what the officer said, and they believe that this young man shot himself in the chest with his hands behind his back. See, I got to question the district attorney on this one when they say they don't have enough evidence to prove that there was any wrongdoing in this case. I tell you this, the evidence is that the man was shot in the chest. That's the evidence. That's all the evidence you need that there's something strange going on here. Get it? Like the fact that a man with his hands behind his back is shot in the chest, that's enough. Prosecute based on that. What else do you need? The logic that this district attorney is using doesn't make sense to me. The ghost of Patrick Swayze's ghost in the movie Ghost did not come into that squad car and shoot this man in the chest. And there was only 2 people there. So either you believe that Victor White is some strangely talented, gifted, triple-jointed circus performer, or you believe something happened between that officer and Victor White. There's got to be some type of recording of what goes in that squad area. There's got to be some type of surveillance footage, something. We can hear gunshots, something. There's got to be something, right? We get voices, anything. Nothing? Nothing? It's stories like this that make us have little to zero faith in law enforcement. Not only law enforcement, not only cops, district attorneys, judges, the spaghetti monster, juries, nothing in the system is trustworthy after a story like this, because to most people, most rational people who aren't bigoted, they kind of believe something happened here. I know I do. The family of Victor White is still investigating and hoping to find justice for their son. Meanwhile, life in Louisiana goes on. No charges, just a miracle.